FM en aanlyn by bokradio.co.za.
Morning, Zach Brown at Bok Radio. We're doing Country Thursday, and it's awesome to have you on board with us this morning for the first time ever, I think, on South African radio. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
But you come to South Africa quite a lot, or you come to Africa quite a lot.
Yeah, I've been to Africa every year for the last 5 years and just fell in love with the place. I think Africa kind of gets in your heart after you go and visit there. But this is my first time to South Africa and very, very excited to play for new people to show, what we do. I really miss being in front of entirely new crowds and having the opportunity to win them over and bring them in as fans. So we're very excited to come and play for you guys.
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. We are so excited to have you. Tell us a bit more about Zach Brown, the person, and tell us about, I saw an interview the other day where you said you don't like to be classified as a specific artist, or country artist or anything like that. Art is art. So tell me a bit about Zach Brown.
My first love that I ever had was music from the time I was 2 years old till I could actually listen and make noises and sing along. So music has been my love and my passion for my whole life. And so in my journey of my life, and then living enough life to wanting to, okay, I have something to share, something to say. I have something that I've lived that I want to sing about. I'm a hyper curious person. So I'm always interested in how things work. I'm a knife maker. Some of my hobbies and things that I do, I'm a big spear fisherman as well. Spearfishing is one of my favorite things in the world to do, free diving and spearfishing. There's a lot of things that, in the outdoors, anywhere out in the wild is kind of like where I recharge my battery. So being in Africa for the first time was a really wide, eye-opening thing for me. And curious about how things operate, how things work. But I'm a soldier to a song and trying to figure out how to write a song and create it. I spent a lot of time in the creative process, trying to write and simplify things, and, dedicated my entire life to music and any other the endeavors that are really interesting to me. I've got an incredible team of people around me that I've been able to collect over the years and help us to do what we do. And I miss we're kind of like a group of barbarians, and we're out, plundering and figuring out how we can take over, how we can win people over. So this is an entirely new market for us. And I know we have a lot of streaming that happens in South Africa as well. So this is a really big deal for us to get to do this. This is a very exciting thing for me to be in Africa, one of my favorite places that I've just discovered in the last 5 or 6 years, but to get to play in front of a lot of new people and show them really what we do. And our band is one of those that you can't really understand until you see us live. You can't just get it from recordings. You have to actually see that. I mean, an example for that for me was seeing Bruce Springsteen. If you hear Springsteen songs, it's one thing, but when you get to see him sweat and grab the audience and play, and you really see what he does, what his craft is. So we're excited to show what we get to do. But I am an artist to the core, where, I want to create the kind of music that is interesting to me, things that I love to listen to. I want to create the kind of music that I want to listen to. So that's always a journey for me. We play a lot of rock and roll. We play reggae. We play bluegrass. We play some blues. We play some swing music. We play a little bit of everything. And my band is incredible. I have one of the greatest bands in the world, and they're unbelievable. Any kind of music that we want to try to pull off, we can do that. And so that's really where we get to show that off. First and foremost, we're the best at playing music live. We're a real band. We live together, we write together, we create the music together, we record together, and you can't fake chemistry. You have to earn that through years and years of working together. And so we're excited to bring you a real American band, and we live that.
We're also looking forward to it. How long has the band been together?
Uh, about 17 years.
17 years. So
17 years.
was it a group of friends? Were you always friends and came together in school or after school? How did the band start?
Well, I toured for 6 years, just me and a drummer for a long time, and the two of us. And then as I started to find the members that are actually in my band now, they weren't like high school friends or childhood friends. They were people that I found along the way. They're extraordinary people and extraordinary musicians, and inspiring them to come alongside and on the journey and do it with me and help to build this thing that we've created. So um, if you're doing it right, you're the worst person in the band. So finding the
Well
people that
done.
back you up. Your background singers almost have to be a better singer than you are to do
Yeah.
it well and do it right, you know. So we're always learning from each other and lifting each other up, and we have a real family. Our culture is very much a family when we're on the road between our crew, everyone has a job, everyone is equals, everyone's out there to do their job and execute it so that together it comes, you know, we execute on a high level, and then we leave the place with everybody going, that's the nicest group of people that we've ever worked with. And so those things come from leadership, and they come from a lot of years of working hard and you know, keeping the people that really always reminds you of why they're there. You know, it's a testament to the people, because by myself, I'm not very capable just as a dude by myself. You know, it's really in the team that where your strength lies. And we have an incredible team. And it's just one of those things. We have something that's very special. It's very unique.
Yeah, you can
You have
tell
so many different
it's a
instruments in
band
your
of
band.
brothers.
Yeah, you have so many different instruments in your band. For you as a writer, how does it open up your creativity to know that you have everything to pick from?
Yeah. So my band is my orchestra. And so it starts with me writing the songs, and the songs just being on me and a guitar. And as I work out the melodies and the things that need to happen on the guitar and how, the way the song needs to go, then I present that to the band. And having, you know, 8 other people in the band besides me, it's just as important what they don't play as what they do. And so everyone that's in my band, there's really no ego involved where anyone feels like their part has to be the thing. Everyone serves the song. The song is, you know, the song is the master, and you have to serve the song. So that's the exercise that we do. We just spent a week in Alaska arranging new songs for this new record. And, you know, you have to figure out what is the essence of that, and they have to figure out what to play to really serve that song. So that's an art as well. Because it can be, if everybody's just kind of, you know, messing around, there's too much going on, and you're not going to have the space. I mean, there's, you know, one of the reasons like AC/DC sounds so huge is because there's not a lot going on. There's a lot of space in the music. So we have to fight for that space with as many people as we have. But that's the art of it, you know. The art is figuring out, you know, here's the heart of a song on a guitar, and then how do we add what kind of dress that we put on that song, you know, with all the other instruments and parts and the harmonies and the things like that. But we spend a lot of time on every single word that we put in and every single part that's intentional to serve the song.
Mm. I think in South Africa, I don't know if you know the story of our country happened in the last year or two in South Africa. But there's a genre in South Africa called Afrikaans music, which are Afrikaans. That's a language. That's what we all speak, and that Rikus du Plessis speaks, by the way. So that language, there's Afrikaans genre music that's a lot similar to country in the sense that it tells a story, and not putting your music into the country box, but the songs that you write tell incredible stories. Um, our favorite song that we do live, we have a feature on the Breakfast Show. We call it the concert version of a song. So our favorite concert version of a song is the song you did at Crossroads. That we got to meet the producer of Crossroads, my wife and myself in Nashville and over here in South Africa. And our absolute favorite song ever is Colder Weather. that we do live, and we try to play it not every single day, but we at least we try to throw it in at least once a week. And tell us about Colder Weather. What is it all about, and what is the story behind the song? Because I'm quite sure that's the one that South Africans are picking up on.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones that we've ever done. And it's one of the biggest ones that we do live. We have some incredible moments during that song when we play live every night. You know, Colder Weather is a song about missing the person that you have to be away from, because we live that gypsy lifestyle. I mean, we're away from the people that we love a lot. And that song really captures kind of the dynamics that our band is capable of starting with just a simple story and then taking that into like a really big part of the song. So that's absolutely one of my all-time favorites. You know, if people ask me what our favorite song is that we've done, that's definitely in the top 3. And we're definitely,
what would be the other 2?
Well, it changes, because it's like whatever's the newest one is kind of the one that you love the most at the time. You know, there's some new ones on this
New
album.
Baby.
Yeah, new ones. But you know, we're definitely going to play Colder Weather every night. That's one of them. There's some of my personal favorite ones. There's one called Quiet Your Mind. That's one of my favorite ones to do live. Same thing, kind of start small and ends up getting really big. But you know, I mean, our song Homegrown as well.
Homegrown, awesome song.
The spirit that a song carries is very important. Trying to capture what that is, the way it makes people feel. And throughout the night, you know, we probably play this. There's probably 7 or 8 songs that we play every night because people expect us to play those songs. You know, we've been blessed to have a lot of #1 songs here. We don't play all 16 of them or 17 every night. So we have to change the set list up a bit. So it's not like a Groundhog Day for us, but there are those staples that we're going to play Chicken Fried every night. We're going to play Homegrown. We're going to play Colder Weather. You know,
I think Marisa probably has a request, and that would be, we heard your version of Bohemian Rhapsody, and the harmonies in that is just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, we lose ourselves in those harmonies. How difficult was it to figure that out and get your band and everybody, your orchestra involved?
So Freddie Mercury was a genius. He had 70 vocal tracks on that record.
Yes.
So taking the 6 voices that we have and figuring out how to boil it down from 70 only took us a year. It took a year of playing with that song, like in the background, not playing it live, but it took a year with playing with it so that those parts are represented. But it's definitely not something. It's not something that I've seen people really do live. And even Queen themselves played a video during the middle part of that song. They didn't actually do it. So, but Freddie Mercury was an absolute genius. So yeah, it took a lot of work to figure that out, but that's a fun one. We'll definitely do that one for you guys when we come over there.
Oh, thanks. But I think what Wimpy also touched on is there's a lot about you guys that resonate with our South African culture, and especially the Afrikaans culture. And that's where we tap in with a song like Homegrown. We're a community-based radio station, and our community values are very strong, and we reflect what our community talks about and sings about. So I think that particularly will be a song that the crowd will really pick up on.
Yeah, we'll definitely play that one as well.
Thanks.
I got to do some research and find, what do you guys think what are some classic rock songs that are the biggest songs in South Africa? What are some songs that you think people would really resonate with, cover songs?
Well, absolutely, Bohemian Rhapsody is a definite must. I think South Africans, in their way of listening to music, the songs that tell stories, I think those are probably the ones that's right up there. Free is another one. Sweet Home Alabama is always going to go down well. I had the privilege of seeing them live. I saw Leonard Skinner now when we were at the CMA Fest, and that song just absolutely every time gets it. Anything South Africans will kill for. Bob Seger, that always goes down well in South Africa.
Some CCR as well.
Okay.
Credence, Credence, anything from Credence goes down. I don't think anybody's actually ever covered my favorite Credence song in South Africa, which is "Welcome to the Jungle." So you know, there's a lot of if you go down the classic rock and roll path, you won't go wrong. And you mentioned Bruce Springsteen. I mean, we are all huge Bruce Springsteen fans. I try to go to New Jersey once a year, and I go sit in the pub and hoping that Bruce Springsteen will walk in one day. He's never done it, but I've had lots of beers at the pub, and that's about it. So waiting for that moment, but those classic songs, you won't go wrong with any of those.
All right.
Is there any one specific classic rock song that you're still hoping to cover, that you have up your sleeve, that you're waiting on?
You know, we always change the show every year. Like if we come to a city, we're going to play the set. And then the next time we come to the city, we make sure that we have a different show when we come back the next time. So finding the covers that everyone is going to know, but maybe wouldn't expect us to play. You know, there's a lot of, you know, whether we'll do like some Rage Against the Machine, or we'll do some, you know, some Pearl Jam, or even things. I mean, we've done Ozzy. What's that?
Some Pearl Jam and some Foo Fighters if you can.
Yeah, Foo Fighters as well. Yeah, that's what I was curious, like which big bands are really big in South Africa. So that helps me a little bit. So thank you for that. So we're gonna definitely find some covers just for there. Now, what are some South African songs that are just absolutely massive? Like what are some songs that are from there that everyone would know?
Well, Johnny Clegg, I'm sure you would have heard of Johnny Clegg. So The Spirit of the Grapevine, that's a big one, Johnny Clegg. I would say there's lots of bands that maybe you won't know, but there's a band called Bright.
We may learn something. We may learn something for the South African crowd, even if we only do a chorus of it or a tease of it or something like that. Like, what's something that everyone there would know and go bananas over? That's what.
Well, are you open to sing in a different language?
It's possible.
You can do it phonetically.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. There's a South African band called Bright Blue, and they have a song called Weeping, which is probably I would say that's probably the one that everybody would resonate with. And it's on YouTube definitely, so you can find it there. But that would be the one that I would think is the one that people resonate with.
Yeah, and you can do a lot of multi vocals in there, so that would suit your band perfectly.
Yeah, and our national anthem is almost based on it. They took parts of Weeping, and it's part of the national anthem. So I think that'll go down well.
All right, good to know.
Yeah, there's the national anthem was actually the song that Rikus du Plessis walked in on with the fight this week. So it was the national anthem, which is, interestingly enough, it's in more than one language. It's in four languages? Five different languages, yes. Okay. But we're looking forward to having you over here, Zach, and teaching you some Afrikaans. So if you would, can I teach you something quickly before we go?
Yeah, go ahead.
You can say something in the lines of baie dankie julle lekker mense.
Say it one more time.
Baie dankie julle lekker mense.
Baie dankie julle lekker mense.
Yeah.
Sounds
there you
perfect.
Go. So that just translates into thank you very much, you nice people. That's basically it.
Yeah.
All right, say it one more time for me. I'm going to record it 1 second.
Okay.
All right, say it one more time.
So it's baie dankie julle lekker mense.
Got it.
So
Awesome.
There's one word in there, lekker. It's one of those words that you can use anytime you don't know what to say. You can just throw it in there and everybody will be on board once you say it. It's almost like saying cool.
Got it. All right.
Yeah.
Good intel. Thank you.
Cool in Afrikaans is lekker.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lekker show, Zach. We're so looking forward to it. Thanks so much for joining us. on Country Thursday on Bok Radio, and we are looking forward to hosting you over here. One of our team, I think actually Marisa is in charge of your group, so you're going to have an awesome time over here. We're looking forward to hosting you. We're going to take you to lots and lots of stuff. You're going to go see Table Mountain, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world. And then we'll take you to a wine farm or two, take you down to the winelands. South Africa is very well known for probably the best wine in the world. I know the French think they're better, but they're not. Our wines are really, really up there. So looking forward to introducing you to some of those. And there's lots of adventure stuff to do over here. There's shark cage diving. October, when you over here, is whale season. So we have the best whale watching over here in South Africa in a place called Hermanus. So if you want to go down, go do that. We're looking forward to taking you over there as well. So thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it, and we really look forward to having you here in South Africa.
Likewise.
Awesome.
Can't wait to see you guys.
Thank you,
Great.
Zach.
See you in
It's going
October.
to be good.